Hello, friends. Guess what day it is? It is the last day of August. That means exciting, exciting time to pay bills. So I just wanted to give you a quick little guide, quick little tip today. Remind you it's time to pay the bills. Tomorrow's September the 1st. You'll have bills due around the 5th or the 9th or the 10th or the 15th. But anyway, I always like to pay my bills on the 1st or right around the 1st, before the 1st. So it's time. Hey, we've been going through a guide for first-time home buyers, and I've been using home ownership as a acronym to give you all these different tips. But let me run through real quick where we're at, and then we'll get to the day's tip. Who can qualify for a first-time home buyer? You can qualify sometimes even if you're not actually a first-time home buyer. The first tip we talked about was hustle. Hustle, work hard, do it the best you can. The second tip we talked about was organize. We talked about how you can plan where your income is going to go before you spend it. Organize your paycheck. Then we talked about monthly money review, where you sit down every month. This is time. It's the end of the month. It's the first of the month. Let's do our monthly budget review today. Make sure you go over your budget. Then we talked about emergency fund, how you need to have emergency fund. How do you get $1,000 in emergency fund? Work hard to do that. The next thing we talked about was overcoming challenges. Hey, no good movie didn't have a challenge that the main characters had to overcome. So if you're having a hard time, just remember this is part of your movie. This is part of your story. This is your big challenge to overcome. Last month, we talked about watching wealthy people. Sometimes wealthy people don't drive the fanciest car because they don't make payments on a car. This might have been a picture of Sam Walton's car. But watch wealthy people. You're never going to see wealthy people lined up to buy lottery tickets. Watch wealthy people. Today's tip is this. Let's see if I can. There we go. I moved my face out of the way. Have you ever been one of those name it, claim it churches? A church where they say, "Oh, you just name it and you claim it and you'll have it." Well, I think that's kind of like not true. I don't really buy that kind of theology. However, I would say that there's something to naming your goals, something to setting a goal, writing it down, putting it on paper, name your goals. Narrate your story. Sometimes people do a vision board. Sometimes people do a audio vision board. Sometimes people put their goals on a video or on just a recording. But somehow write down your goals. Put your goals. Maybe put them on your mirror before you get dressed in the morning. But write your goals. Put them down. I remember a time when I wrote some written goals. And when I looked back and I had achieved those goals, I was excited. I couldn't believe it had happened, but I had written down the goals. One of the goals that my wife and I had was to be debt-free homeowners. And we accomplished that about, I don't know, almost a year ago now. And it's exciting. So write down your goals. If your goal is to have $1,500 for your down payment by, January of 2022, write it down. If your goal is to get your credit score up to 640 so you can apply for a USDA loan and have no down payment, write it down and work on those goals. If you have any questions for me, you need anything else from me, write me, call me anytime. I'll do everything I can to help you. This is the little video screen that I have to put at the end for 4 seconds, so I'm going to just leave you with those 4 seconds. Pay your bills this week. It's time. Thanks for listening.